So we're continuing our video on the custom components. So we're defining a grid right now, and we're going to insert a button on this grid to open up the custom component that we just created. So we'll go there and choose open a custom component, and we'll choose our custom component over here. There we go, and you can see that now we're being prompted to assign a value to the argument. So inside that custom component we defined an argument called whatName, and now we're going to get a chance to bind the value of this argument to some field in the current grid row. So I'm going to go there and double click and then say set value, and I'll choose the last name field from the current row. So then go ahead and click close, and then close, and then save it now, and now run the component. And so you can see now we're on a row for Michael Graham. So if we click this, it says hello Graham. Now if we go here and click this over there, you can see it says hello Mesner. So at this point what we have is a custom component that is not really useful at all, but we've demonstrated how the custom component is completely controlled through Xbasic. In other words, what it renders is completely defined by your own Xbasic code. How the custom component can define arguments, and how you can pass argument values into the custom component when you put that custom component into an Action JavaScript button, or the same thing would be true if you put the custom component in a row expander or in a link content section. So now what we're going to do is create a much more useful custom component that shows how you can put the new Xbasic graphing functionality into a component. So continuing our video now, I'm going to go now to another component that I previously created, and this component shows the orders from the Northwind sample database. And you can see now that if I click on this button over here, I'm going to open up a window. You can see I've got animation turned on that shows a bar chart displaying the breakdown of the order items for that order. So this particular order here had 3 items, and the bar chart shows the relative value of each item in the order. So if I were to go, for example, and click over there, you can see we show again the chart. So this window is displaying a custom component. So let's go into design mode over here, go to fields, and go look at this button over there. And what we can see is that the button is opening a custom component, and the custom component is called Northwind orders. And this custom component exposes an argument called order ID, which we're binding to the order ID field in the current row. So again, let's go take a look at this quickly. You can see that each row has order ID over there. So now let's go over to the actual custom component itself, and we don't need to save that. So we'll go now to the this custom component and look at it, and we can see here that our server-side event in the e.html has been set to an Xbasic function called getChartHTML, and also you can see that we're retrieving the value of the order ID argument that gets passed in using the exact same technique here that we spoke about in video number 1. And now let's go take a look at getChartHTML, which is now defined in the Xbasic functions over here. So here are the functions, and I'm going to quickly explain these, but I'm going to pause here and pick it up in the next video.